What does one say to this? So I'm sure, as most people have seen by now, Activision decided to just say fuck it and test the waters to see what people would pay for. And you can get your very own hammer for in-game for only $30. Here, let me just show you this. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has absolutely bonkers monetization. You pay full price for the game, there's a season pass for DLC, there's a battle pass, there are absolutely insane microtransactions in the game. It's that latter category that is under fire right now. Yes, and when I first played it, it really, and even now it's worse, where I open this and it's like, this is just bare bones and everything I touch is paywall, paywall, paywall. It's like you can't do anything in that game without a price tag on it. And idiots buy it. I remember day one of Operation Grand Heist. Within 2 hours of it coming out, I already saw someone in Blackout with Warden. There is no way you could get to tier 45 in 2 hours. So that's what I mean. Idiots will throw money at this crap. So I'll go on. The Homewrecker is a brand new hammer added to the game recently. That's cool. Hammers can be fun, except when you see the hammer cost $28. Now in all fairness, the $28 is for a bundle the hammer is part of. Alongside it, you get such irresistible goodies as a Mark II weapon, 10 loot boxes, and 10 progression tier skips. But you can only get the hammer as part of this bundle. And you can't earn it in-game. You can't earn the currency needed to buy it. You have to pay the amount of real money, $28, for a hammer. Not a real hammer, a video game hammer. Now I just want to point this out, it's actually closer to $30 because, you know, it's a point system. You guys already know how it works. I've been over this in my last video. And some people are going to go, wow, look at this blatant greed. I'm going to say it's not just greed. I went over in my other video, it's desperation too. If I was personally an investor and they buttered me up and then this is what I came back and my investment is the same or in the negative, yeah, I'd be pissed. Again, don't blame the investors. Blame Activision and their sweet little lies they tell the investors. Because if you know anything about these bigwig investors, they don't know shit about games. They really don't. Hey, well, moving on. So we have a $30 freaking hammer. And I got curious. So I go to Google and I want to see how much I can get a real hammer for. And I can get anywhere from 6 to 9 hammers for the same price. Real hammers. This is where we're at. You can even get this cool flex tape claw hammer that actually looked badass as hell. I'll have to think about that one. For less than this. You can actually get Black Ops 4 right now for $30 off some areas of Amazon. It amazes me where they're at. And you gotta talk about throwing stones. We have Michael Condrey from Sledgehammer here tweeting, "To be fair, Advanced Warfare launched with only rewarded supply drops. We were driven by and at the service of providing fans more ways than just XP to earn rewards, customize their CAC, and express achievements in the virtual lobby. $30 for a melee weapon? Not on my watch. Bruh, Treyarch diarrheaed in the bed. You shit the bed. That doesn't make it better." Anyway, funny thing is on Activision's Twitter right now, where they tweeted about the launch of the new Zombies map. If you go into the comments, it's a lot of people bringing up the $30 hammer over the actual content itself. We got funny people in here just announced the Modern Warfare 4 and Modern Warfare 2 remastered. And the guy on your gotta pay for the trailer. Even he's like, it wouldn't have surprised me. See, Activision, this is where your fans are right now. Even the people who like you just can't see you doing anything without monetizing it. And then we have this guy saying, "Y'all need to seriously reevaluate how y'all run COD into the ground. $30 for a melee weapon and some tier jumps. And as for beer, it's easy as fuck, Battle Royale. Make a new map to keep it fresh." Yeah, but see, they can't make a new map without needing to charge you for it and splitting the player base. They can't just do free content. And see, here's the problem. They can't be a $60 yearly release and be a live service game at the same time, and they want to do both, and you can't do both. You have to commit to one. What I was saying in my other videos, what they should do, release Modern Warfare 4, keep Black Ops 4 going, and then run them as live services alongside each other. If they're gonna do yearly releases, it just won't work. And it also disincentivizes spending, because it's all going to be irrelevant in a year, so why spend any money? You know it's bad when you have people in here saying that Call of Duty World War II was 1,000 times better. Yeah, that's saying a lot. This guy. 4 maps for $60, 100 ping Midwest servers, ruin the good meta, don't ask the community for advice, your company are some of the best scam artists around. Kind of jealous of how good the scam really is. Yeah, that says it pretty well. And that was the sad part, was that when my friend got me the used copy for my birthday and I tried it, it was like the only thing that was really good that made me want to keep playing was zombies. The rest got stale super fast. The map design is horrible in that game. It's literally day one level design shit. Day one. It's the same 3-lane map over and over and over. I'll go into that in a different thing. Moving on to Bethesda being Bethesda now. I'm not going to bring up Fallout 76. I didn't want to get into that. That was too tiring. It was every week with them. But Elder Scrolls Blades have been released on mobile, and we're going to look at Todd Howard doing what Todd Howard does from an article from 9 months ago, where he says, Elder Scrolls Blades will have limited monetization. Todd Howard explained Bethesda's approach to monetization in the upcoming game. So keep in mind, this is from 9 months ago. Director Todd Howard addressed monetization during an interview with GameIndustry.biz. He expressed hopes that Bethesda would utilize a lighter touch with monetization as they had with Fallout Shelter. Howard appeared dismissive of a simple microtransaction-based approach, stating, "How do we keep someone who's playing the game a lot? How do we give them value beyond? Here's a timer. Give us some money?" His opinion is likely to be seen as positive by many gamers. Oh, after November, I don't think so anymore. Anyway, so here's what the early monetization looks like. Keep in mind, this is early monetization. And always, when it's in the beginning, they set it up to be lighter than they actually want it. So to explain it quickly, you find a treasure chest in the dungeon. They let you have your first couple for free as soon as you you get it and then you open it. And then after that, there's timers on them. And obviously, like every mobile game, you can pay to skip the timer. Because, treasure chests have timers on them? Because reasons. So here we have new details emerging that show Bethesda is going full mobile game with Elder Scrolls Blades. I mean, that makes sense given that it's a mobile game, but there are various levels of mobile game. And boy, ESB is definitely going full mobile, as it were. Largest point of controversy is sure to be the reveal that chests you find at the end of dungeons in Elder Scrolls Blades have a cost to open, as in you get a chest but you either have to A, wait around for a timer to open, or pay to skip the timer for a certain price depending on the chest. While your first few chests are free, because they always are, you will quickly run into these wait timers. Some are quick, some are much, much longer. That the chest prices are various for some levels. $5 worth of gems for a golden chest, $10 for an elder chest, and $31 for a legendary chest. I also believe you can just buy the chest outright without dungeoning, but I need to confirm this. It appears that if these chests contain legitimately powerful items, making the system in theory pay to win as well. As from what I heard, is there's also going to be a PvP component in some way. Not sure about that yet. But yes, you can actually outright buy specific items too. So if they go near that route, man, but it's Bethesda. So really sucks. It goes on. I'll jump ahead a couple of sentences. Timed chest openings is already a thing in games like Clash Royale, but putting them in an Elder Scrolls games that otherwise is all about creating an authentic Elder Scrolls experience on mobile feels very bad. Authentic. So you mean the modders are gonna have to fix it. This is also the same Bethesda that just tried a different sort of evolution for one of its famed series in Fallout 76, one of the worst reviewed AAA games ever released. Something that did a number on consumer faith in Bethesda. That is an understatement. I was surprised that that was the hill they chose to destroy their reputation on. It was not worth it. I'm not so sure that Bethesda wants to immediately pivot to tarnishing the Elder Scrolls brand with a cash-in mobile release. I think they would. At this point, I totally think they would. So as we can see, we can go into the sack of gems and what they're going to be costing you. So as we saw earlier, a regular chest is 250 gems. So, because you obviously you can never buy them in the right amounts because it's a complete scam. The closest you would get to need 250 gems would have to pay $8. And while yes, you can get these in gameplay, from what I heard, they just did the exact same thing as Fallout Shelter, which is where you'll get quite a bit at the start of the game, and then they'll slow things to a crawl as you play more. Like in Fallout Shelter, once you have like a full vault, they have you do insane tasks that take days to complete, whereas when you start, it's just like, change 3 dwellers' outfits, here's a lunchbox. But you see, that's the trick. And then you see the Elder Chests, which are 750 gems, which you would have to round up to $15. And then the Legendary Chest of 2,500, aka $31. $31. 31. And you really want to know what's creepy? When you look at these here, you can see that they give you a first time bonus. Get bonus items on your first gem purchase. This happens only once, so choose carefully. You know, there's another person who does this tactic. Oh yeah, drug dealers. Drug dealers use the same tactic. Bethesda and other game studios, giving them their first boxes free, many of which will guarantee you at least one legendary item, and they do that on purpose because they want you to get the dopamine rush of getting a legendary, but then afterwards you probably won't get one. And that's to keep you hooked. Again, this is exactly what drug dealers do. Anyway, this is just more disappointment in the modern day gaming industry, mostly in the AAA sphere. Anyway, that's it for now. See you, boy.